Hi, I'm Becky Rose Dungeon Girl, and this is another episode of Return of the Winged Trinity. I've titled this episode "The Creature in the Forest," and the reason I'm looking at which camera am I? That's the right camera. Good. The Creature in the Forest, and this week I have done absolutely zero preps. I have my comfort blanket here and everything because I'm like shit scared. However, because my players were also lackluster in turning up and are a bit late, I have managed to write three things that are going to happen tonight, and I wrote it in the form of a haiku with about 3 seconds notice because one of my players said, well, if you've got two things, you should add a third and make it a haiku. I counted my syllables up and I thought, shit, I'm actually on for this. I can write my synopsis of tonight's adventure as a haiku. And I just, with seconds to spare, managed to come up with the third line. I can't read you the haiku because we're going to play through it for about 2 hours. So it does. That camera just feels like it's in the wrong place to me. Anyway, yes. So this is the adventure of the haiku, the zero prep game with comfort blanket, and yes. So the creature in the forest. Of course, when last seen, who's going to take it? Who's going to, recap last session and stuff? I can do it if you like.
I don't mind doing it.
Really, like. Jenny did it last time, and my players like you just stroll in late. No, that sounds like hard fucking work.
I'm trying to remember what happened last time.
Okay, what
It's been
happened
2
last
weeks.
time is I
I know I
killed you.
died. Yeah,
Yes,
I know I
killed
died.
you.
Yeah.
Right, and you went to Trinity Temple
Yeah.
to meet the Savannah of the past. You
Yeah,
discovered
that's
that you
right.
travelled
I'm
back
looking
in
much
time.
younger now. Yeah.
Yes. So the whole party has travelled back in time 3 months. This happened when they were up in the Crucible at the top of Salen's Reach, and then they ventured after a couple of the party died. They ventured to the Trinity Temple where they believed Savannah would be the previous Savannah, the one that hasn't gone back in time, the one that is from the past. They thought they would find Savannah there, and they did, and they discovered some truths about the universe that are part of this Trinity religion. They discovered in the Trinity Temple several reliefs. One of them says the dragons built the land in the shape of a sphere, which is heresy because the world is not a sphere. The heavens in a cube, which might be okay. And the dragons made life. There were 3 dragons because everything's all in threes here. And then other gods, other creatures, not dragons, but also gods that shared the realm with the dragons. They contaminated the life and corrupted it, and then the corrupted rose up to destroy the world, but 3 eggs survive, and then those eggs hatch, become the dragons, and it's this religion of perpetual cycle, you see. And so this room is like, and underneath that they found another secret hidden chamber in which the Wyvern broodmother and a witch god are born and enter the cube, and then it's them who does the corrupting, and then the Wyvern mother and the witch god die and leave the cube. But there is a third character that I didn't mention last week because I realised I needed to make it 3 to keep it all in Trinity. So the third character on that relief was Sarlan, the ancient wizard of old himself. So and he's already apparently dead or missing. No one knows who Sarlan is. So there's the witch at the top of the tower in Moraine, and the brood mother, the Wyvern brood mother, deep in the Wyvern rock, that apparently must die for the world to be reborn after the corrupted destroy it. The corrupted, of course, we think, maybe, are the ones who rose up from the underworld at the very start of the campaign, and started destroying the place. It's all kind of coming together, right? Yeah, hopefully. So anyway, that's what happened. They then started traveling to the town of Arwent, a little wood elf settlement, mostly wood elf settlement, which is. Can I do this with? Right. There. Yes, there. So much easier on the Weather Channel where they write on the green screen. So, no, that feels like the perspective is right now, doesn't it? Yeah, there's Arwen. Right, so they've travelled all the way from climbing up there. That's so far away. All the way to there to find the past version of Folas. I have been talking for ages. Should we just play the fucking game?
I remember what happened there.
Nice, nice though. Nice exposition.
Oh, there we go. I'll give myself inspiration so the GM can re-roll once tonight.
Oh, I said exposition.
Oh, well, yes, but I thought it was well done and giving myself inspiration.
Yes, it was. It was, okay.
Anyway, right. So, our intrepid heroes arrive in the town of Arwent. And where's Steffi? She's, like, vanished from my thing. Hello, Steffi.
She's muted and taken her camera off, but she's still here.
Huh. Huh. Okay. So, you know where I said I'd prepared those 3 things in the form of a haiku? I really, really quickly got to write another haiku. God damn it! Right. So, the players, you are arriving. Let me describe the scene as you get close to Arwent. I'm going to have you coming in from the west side. So let me do. So you've crossed the. Oh no, that's moving my camera around. Didn't mean to do that. Let's try that again. So you've crossed the river down here and come through the forest and made your way into Arwent. You know, I don't need to do that. Oh, it's all so complicated. Right. I can do it on here, you see. You came in, and then Raven. I just love this. It's and a low-pressure front will be moving across from the east. Sorry, I'm so distracted now. Should we play D&D? Right.
Can I ask, sorry, how big Arwent is?
Arwent is not a city. It is a town.
Okay, cool.
And it is a town in a forest, and it's on the slopes of a beautiful river. A beautiful lake. It's picturesque. There's flowers everywhere, ornately stylized trees where the elves have shaped them to grow into beautiful structures, and a lot of the buildings are actually grown naturally out of the trees themselves. And up as it slopes up away from the lake, you get to the top of the hill, and on top there you see these large marble-fronted mansions that just look so out of place and are gaudy and quite terrible. And unless you like gaudy as an architect, it's up to you, really. So yes, they look very out of place when you consider the rest of the settlement is also naturally grown, and so there's so much natural beauty here. It's so tranquil and beautiful. As you're walking into the village, the butterflies flutter all around, but they don't get so close as to be annoying, because, you know, it's tranquil and pretty. And you hear the sound of a flute playing in the distance, a wooden flute, and it all sounds so lovely. And then, from one of the mansions atop the hill, begins some fireworks. And you have arrived in Arwent, and Steffi's now appeared. Welcome back, Steffi. So, Folas. Hello, Folas.
No.
Hi, you're right to that. Good, cool. So, you are wherever you are in Arwent at the moment. It's entirely up to you.
I would probably be in my workshop finishing off the touches on my spear.
When you hear, for the first time, you've not heard this before, you hear a voice in your head. Folas, can you hear me?
No. Jump, pointing my spear about. Who goes there?
Folas, this is your guardian angel. I am going to send you on a mission that will earn the respect that you so crave from your father. Yeah. I know about your father and how you've disappointed him. I know how to make it good. Your father, you may be saddened to hear, has just passed on from this world. He has died. So, you will travel to Ashad-Thum, where he is to be buried, and you will attend his funeral. But when you have finished, I want you to travel to the city of Moraine, and in that city you will buy a statue of a halfling carrying bagpipes, and it will be the one that Folas, listen, turn your head slightly left. Do it now. Yes, him. What is he doing here? He's out of time and out of place. This isn't right. This isn't how it was meant to be.
Should I speak to him?
Folas, something is wrong in the world, and together we're going to fix it. But yes, that character, that creature, is out of place. You will introduce yourself to them and travel with them. Take them to Ashad-Thum. Take them to your father's funeral.
Did they know my father?
No. But I must keep you with them whilst I try to understand why they are here. This is not right. The world is broken, Folas. You must feel it.
I feel something's broken.
Go with them now.
Okay, so rubbing my head, I head out to this odd-looking group and my village. Hello, I'm Folas. Are you new here?
Oh, it is Folas.
Ah, just the person we were looking for.
You were looking for me.
Yeah. You're not going to believe anything we tell you. But
it's probably true.
we're going to tell you anyway. Thing is, well, why don't I tell the first part? Basically, we know you already, even though you've never met us, but from a different time.
Okay.
No, really, they're not mad. I've travelled with them for a while now. They really believe this.
We picked up Savannah as well in the same way as you, in that he thought that he'd never seen us before, whereas we've seen him. Me and Dak.
Yes.
Me and Dak. We I suppose the best way to say is we survived, and we have come to search for you, as you are still
very
alive.
brave. Or foolish.
Yes, you
I personally thought you were foolish.
tried to do the
I'm
elemental
just
run at Soren's Reach, and
Putting it out there. Yeah. A
I-
mile
a
long.
very brave thing to attempt.
I was brave.
Apparently.
Yes, you went as well. You both died very valiantly.
I died.
Yeah,
But
this is
glorious
the
death.
part.
Well, we assume that you died because you never came back. But yeah, you died a very glorious death, and now we've come to seek you out in your past self, I suppose the best way to put it.
So we can finish our quest.
Tell them about the crucible.
Oh yes, of course.
Yes, we went to the top of Soren's Reach, and we found a great mechanism at the top, which we used, and we wound forward and wound back.
This is a good bit. You'll like this.
And apparently, it's affected our time. We've moved forward or backward in time as we moved to the planets either way. And we've come to you now from the future, if you will.
I don't remember drinking, but it seems to be that type of day.
Yep. Well, we know you For example, you saved my life from a dragon that was about to eat me.
That was me.
Yep, that was you.
Sure, it was you. You bravely took on goblins and goblins' wings, and we slaughtered many of them.
Oh, okay, and this quest you speak of, would it be going anywhere near Abistrin?
Ashadthum.
Yes.
Yes. That's I think
It's easy just to go along. It's easy just to go along with them. They believe this. I'm still waiting for some proof, but they seem to know things about me.
I'm having that type of day. I'm heading that way. I'm going to see my father.
your father.
If you wish to join me.
She never mentioned her father.
Never said anything about father before.
No.
Where is your father?
In Abistrin.
Right.
Well, it's as good a place as any.
Well, I would be happy to play a little dirge if you want.
Folas, Folas, says a wood elf lady of some considerable years in age. Who are these people?
They are travellers. I think they're drunk. Just go along with what they say.
I've only had one drink today. Come on.
Normally we would be,
I'm
but
practically sober.
I never drink.
I'm being outstared by my cat from it's the creepiest thing. Just meow to you too. Wow.
Well,
Okay,
yeah, that didn't spoil the mood at all.
Folas? Son? Why are you packing... Why are you packing rations?
Oh, that's her mother.
I want to go exploring with these people for a while. I'll be back soon.
But you can't go out in the world. You know what people are like.
Well, I'll have these people with me, and if it gets too bad, I'll come home.
But who are these people?
They are as odd looking as I am. The halfling's blue.
Distant pen pals?
A giant,
He's not as hard as he looks.
a furry cat man,
But
and
I'm
a
cute.
blue hobbit.
Halfling. And that was down to a yeti. I wasn't originally blue when I was born.
See, I won't stand out with these people.
Well, to be honest, you didn't stand out particularly when you travelled with us before.
This is all so sudden, Folas. You've not said anything about wanting to leave before?
Something came over me when I was in the workshop. I won't be long. I'll just small hike.
To where, Folas? To where?
See, Dad?
Oh no. No, you're not going to that city, are you?
I'll be
What,
careful.
Lorraine?
Please tell me you're not going to Ashadthum.
Well,
Oh,
I'll
Zoom.
try to stay out of sight. I'll just watch from the sidelines.
Oh, Folas. Oh, my poor child.
I'm going to go wait outside for a sec.
He'll be quite safe.
Sort of awkwardly get out of the door.
And at that moment, another wood elf comes up to Folas's mother, puts his hand on her shoulder, and whispers, "Let him go. He's got to grow. He's got to learn." And with that, she runs away crying.
I'll be back soon.
If you don't die again.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll work a second time round.
So, have you been to this Ashathun before?
No. I know the way. I've looked at maps. Kinda know the way.
That's good.
I assume if we head towards the mountains, we'll get there eventually.
Essentially, it's the other side of the lake, so let me try and zoom in on it. Ooh, that's kind of the opposite of the desired effect.
Folas, after dealing with that bloody Yeti, I don't want to just traverse the nearest set of mountains. I want to make sure I know where we're going.
Let me drag the thing around. Oh, crikey, hang on. Right, that's as big as it's going to go. So, oh crikey, I have to reach. Oh, no, it's too far away. Come closer. Right.
You could have like a stick. Use a stick
like
for a sword and
pointer.
So, because let's do it D&D style. So, you are here. There is a lake here, and the other side is a town called Thumdok, where the dwarves from the Ashad Thum regime do their basically sell loads of stuff, and that goes via the river to Moraine. So it's basically a dock, and there is a sort of caravan route through the forest from Thumdok to a place called the Pafad Tunnel, which goes under the mountain and leads you into Ashad Thum. And that's what you know.
Very nice.
Okay, so if we cross the river, or...
You would need to take passage across the lake or to hike around the edge of it. It would be several days, probably a week, to hike around the edge.
So, where can we hire a boat from?
There is a small dock in Arwent.
I'm not very fond of water. I quite like forest. Can we walk?
Oh, what's wrong with a bit of water?
Oh, it gets my fur all wet.
It's not like you're going swimming. You're just going to be in a boat.
Yeah. Well, I can't say that I like the idea. Why can't we just walk? There's trees to climb and everything.
You were fine. You were fine when we were in Moraine.
It'll take ages.
I've never been to Moraine.
That's a good point. That's a good point. We were in those coracles and we almost bloody sank.
Doesn't sound like me. You are making this up, I know.
Oh, if only we could prove it somehow. We will eventually. Maybe we'll, I don't know, find another version of you.
How many versions of him should there be?
Well, there should be one, and I suppose since the other one is dead, there is one that might be two versions of us.
I know. Yeah, I know how you can prove it. Let's find the other version of you.
Artis, you know that 3 months ago you were. I just expand the map back a little bit the other way. You were along. Oh, sorry. Pointer. You were traveling this road, doing the. Oh, it's the edge of my camera frame. Basically, plying your living in the taverns along the road.
Yeah.
And
traveling south.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Well,
so your whole
yeah.
troop was doing that.
So they would have, spoiler alert, they would have been killed somewhere on that road.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Okay. We're not too far from when my career fell into tatters.
So, if you want to prove to us everything you say, just find a non-blue version of you.
But I'm the only one. I didn't die. Unless, I suppose, well, maybe I'll find a me if I retrace my steps and things. But that would take us the wrong way.
Yes, that is in the wrong direction.
I think at this point, Ashad Thum is a bit more important than just proving things.
I mean, we knew about the chamber under the temple.
So.
Yeah, but that still doesn't make sense.
Do you know anything about Ashad Thum? Have the me from your time been there?
Right, you didn't mention it, no.
No.
So why is it important to go to Ashad Thum now?
To see my father.
Okay, yeah, well, I've travelled with these people long enough where they're not going to be dissuaded. You want to join? Yeah, let's just go.
But how?
Well, we're going by boat, aren't we?
Oh, yes, I suppose so.
It's still interesting though, because you wanted to see your father before you came across us. So that would have still been the case anyway when we met you out of Moraine.
So
it's not like we've influenced that decision.
So
it seems a little odd.
being there could affect things, and that could possibly give the proof that your tiger friend would like.
Maybe. Well, I suppose you gotta get that boat sorted.
Yeah, you know the people around here. Make sure it's a good one.
We're not going to sink.
Wetties I like to go to licking my fur.
I wasn't planning on sinking. So I'll go and I'll find someone who knows boats and try to organise some passage.
In the harbour at the moment are 2 boats. No, I'll make it 3. There's a small pleasure craft owned by one of the high elves who lives in one of the marble atrocities at the top of the hill. There's a barge that is basically goes to Ashad Thum once a week or so to pick up supplies, mostly for the people who live at the top of the hill. And there is what is essentially a houseboat that's currently moored up, and the owner of that is talking to one of the elves about some repairs he wants doing on the boat.
Well, I think it's between the first 2 then.
Okay, so you speak to the captain of the barge. Ah, it's you, hunchback. What are you doing down in the docks? You should be playing up in your workshop.
I was wanting passage. Just where you're heading to? Just no way out the way.
We're going to Thum Dock next. We're leaving later. It's nowhere that you should be going.
It's fine now. Point to Dax. He's gonna come with me. It'll be fine.
How much is it for passage to Thum Dock?
Well, you're clearly worth 2 people. he says, looking at Dak.
Well then, in that case, I'm worth half.
And the cat is worth a person and a half too.
Well then, that rounds up.
So, 4.5 fares. That'll be 9 gold.
I told you we should walk.
That's going to be a bit sticky. So,
Well, don't look at me. All my money goes to the temple.
Well, all my money was that dragon. Kept saying, "Oh, feed me! I want the gold." You just eat meat or anything, no.
Well, I think if they let meat, there might not have been anything of you left.
Well, yes, exactly.
So, you don't want to pay for passage?
Well, that's not what we said.
We'll pay for passage. We won't pay that much for passage.
Or we could pay in a different means. Do you need any work doing?
Really, no. Gold is the only language I understand, and I want 9 gold crowns.
I'm sure we can get some.
I'm sure we can walk.
When are you leaving for Thundok?
Tomorrow morning, mid-morning.
Okay.
Oh, that's not too bad. I could certainly try and get some gold playing around here.
I can cover us, but it'll leave me with close to nothing.
I've got a couple, that's it.
Alright, well, I'll get a couple. We can all chip in. Anyway, I wanted the drink. It'll soothe the seasickness.
Okay, so how are you going about earning this gold then, Jenny?
I'm personally going to find either a tavern or... You said there were fireworks, so there must be some kind of celebratory event going on, so I'm going to turn up and try and busk.
Okay, you certainly find no tavern in this town, but there are fireworks on top of the hill. Folas, you've always been told not to go anywhere near the high elves on the hill. Your mother has always told you don't go up there.
So yeah, Folas, what's with all the fireworks up there? Are they having like a
I
birthday
don't go
or?
up there.
It's a regular event.
They do that like nearly every day.
Nearly every day? God, even I would get sick of that. Alright, well, I'll see what I can do. See if I can hear some bagpipes over the noise.
So you start walking up the hill. And as you're going up, you find yourself catching up with a cart that's been sort of pulled by a donkey that's being led by an elf, basically.
Okay.
And the cart's full of provisions.
Alright.
You're catching up with them.
Alright, cool, yeah. I'll shout out to him and say, "Hey, excuse me, what's this big event for? What's going on?"
That's no big event. That's Intelligentsia House. You familiar with the area, young master?
Well, no. I just asked you what this was all about.
Well, up on that hill are all the ruling elites from the city of Lirimer.
Ooh.
They tend to live here rather than in their own city because they come up with such insane laws nobody would want to live under them. But that's them. That's their homes.
Hmm. So, why the fireworks?
Because they're crass and rude and noisy and are ruining our town. Because they banned noise in their own city, they come here to make it and enact their debauchery.
Oh.
You should have no business with them.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't. And in his sort of radical manner, he's going to turn and start marching down the hill. And what he's intending to do is try and start his own little event, rather than play for those posh twats. That's what Maddie Pry would do.
So you're going to start playing your pipes in the town sort of centre, as it were.
Yeah, like next to a fountain or some other sort of
I'll
area where
point
it's easy
out
to
a good
see.
place where there's lots of traffic, so you have a chance to build
Cool.
something up.
All right, and put down my hat. If possible, I'll try and get some kind of like sign made or something, or get like a, I don't know, like write it on the ground or something.
Right. What's it going to say?
Something like Ardus Barrelmead, the great bagpipist.
Okay.
Come here, a dead pig be squeezed.
I would like you
These
to
are
please
very soothing.
make a performance roll.
Certainly. I'll play some very upbeat tunes. Try and get the crowd going. Ooh, very nice. That's 22.
So you've set up a little side, and Ardus Barrel Meads, the Great Pipers Summer Festival, and you start playing away. And at first, the first sort of people that hear you sort of start to play are like, oh, I don't know what's becoming of this town, and they walk off. But
Yeah.
a few people in
Got
the
to play a bit longer to keep going. Yeah.
hear it and good. And so after a while, they sort of spread the word, and people start turning up, and you get a good crowd of a dozen or so elves, and they start partying, and then beers turned up, and then tables are laid out, and then there's food,
I'm liking
and
this.
it just escalates. It escalates, and after about an hour, it seems to be the suggestion that it's a festival. They must have it every year, surely, but nobody's quite sure. Nobody's mentioned the name of this festival. Oh yes, the yearly festival for the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically I'll start, like, now there's a good chunk of people. Every so often I'll say who I am and say I'm only here tonight and blah blah, so feel free to throw a couple of coins in for me to get passage off to my next place. You're a great crowd, thank you all for coming and blah blah, and then maybe for about 10 minutes I'll take a little break and go and grab some food.
Okay, so
I'll find the people that I know is superstitious, and I'll sort of drop it into conversation that it's good luck to give money to a halfling.
Okay, so what I would like you to do, Jenny, is when your call to action came there, I want you to make a persuasion roll, but because of Folas creeping people out, I'm going to give you advantage.
Advantage, not disadvantage. Okay.
Advantage, yes.
Deception. Oh no, persuasion. You said, didn't you?
Persuasion.
Same thing. Okay, that's 17.
Okay, you get a total in silver and coppers of 7 gold.
Nice.
You're also fed.
Very nice. Lovely, lovely.
Wow, I guess
so
we
yeah,
I guess we don't get to make fun of the bagpipes anymore.
Get a few drinks.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, so basically, after a really good night of merriment and imbibing, I show up, I sort of march up towards the rest and sort of brandish this bag of gold. I'm like, well, when I put my mind to it, I can get a good crowd in. And they probably enjoyed it more than those fireworks.
Nobody enjoys the fireworks.
Apparently it's just a load of rich folk who hate everyone anyway.
Oh, well, the feeling's mutual.
Well, I don't want them to just put on fireworks and try and get attention. I want people to have fun. And so I hope people did have fun. Hey, maybe if you spread enough word for it, looks like you did last night, you could get me back next year. I just enjoyed it.
Well, maybe we can get both of yours and you can do a duet.
I was just going to say it would have been better with two.
If you find the other me, yeah. That'd be quite brilliant, actually. And I'm sort of thinking about it and thinking, oh yeah, that'd be pretty nice, actually.
Look
could
out
pass
for
on
me
as
coming
twins.
back in the next few months. I might be a different colour.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so the boat sets off in the morning and you need a place to stay for the night, but there's no tavern in this town. There just isn't one.
What sort of town doesn't have a tavern? Is there anyone
I
we can
know.
A wood elf town.
It's not
Can we
good.
crash in your workshop?
Is there enough space in my workshop for them?
You tell me, what's your workshop for? What do you do in
It's a blacksmith's.
there? Yeah, the floors are covered in metal filings. It's dirty. There's stuff everywhere.
Totally comfy.
It might be though if the forge has been on earlier.
Yeah, nice and warm.
Okay, so you spend the night in the blacksmith. It is
No. Savannah will not do that. He'll find a branch and sprawl on it. With legs hanging down either side.
So Savannah has a comfortable night's sleep. The rest of you don't.
I'll be in my room, wherever
Yeah,
it is.
you will be, yes, of course. Okay, Dak and Ardus don't have a particularly comfortable night and wake up a little bit dirty.
Ugh.
But you were at least warm. Don't worry, I'm not putting exhaustion on you.
You're good.
Oh, you just start me off.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just wash the stuff in the lake.
Yeah, we're going on a boat. There'll be plenty of time to wash.
Oh, you guys are real. Oh, thought that was a dream.
No, it doesn't get any better when they keep saying it over and over again.
I suppose we have a boat to catch.
We certainly do.
And you arrive at the docks not long before the boat leaves and hand over the 7 gold, was it?
Yep, I'll pass over my 2.
I'll pay for Savannah myself.
Okay,
That's
so that's 2.5. So that leaves... Hang on. How much was it originally?
9 gold.
It was
9 gold. Oh, right, yes.
Jenny,
You've
Jenny
paid 2.
7, my 2.
Savannah and yourself would be 5 gold, Steffi, and so you owe 1 gold, Jenny.
Alright.
I think. Did I get that right? 6, 7, 6. No, that total up to 8. No, fuck it. Whatever.
It's much better to be poor.
Okay. You take passage on the barge. Because you went to the effort of going on the barge, you have no nasty random encounter. Well done, you.
Yay! It was worth it in the end.
But you get to Thum Dock, which arguably is worse. As you arrive in Thum Dock, the dock area itself, the pontoons come out into the water and the barge pulls up alongside the pontoon. The landward side of the dock is a fenced-in area that angles you in to these 5 large warehouse doors. 4 of them are shut, 1 of them is open. It even has the dwarvish for number 5 written on top of this big door, and you can see inside, just inside, there are tables and loads of goods laid out. Well, you got to Thum Dock, says the captain of the barge.
Yes, we did.
You spot
Didn't
around. You spot around on top of the wall that surrounds Thum Dock. Various dwarves with halberds and uniforms. They have feathered plumes in their helmets, and they are stood around the walls that look over the lake shore. And it seems to stretch sort of out of sight and around Thum Dock. You see the in the dock area itself several more of these guards, and one dressed in an all-black uniform with much larger feathers coming out of his helmet.
I've got plume envy.
Yeah, these are dwarves with, the height self-consciousness issues. they counter with big plumes.
Well, he looks like he's in charge.
Yes.
Should
We've
I
got the Chinese
go up to him and say hello?
It's up to you. You're all fish out of water here.
Oh well, we'll go up to him and say hello. Can you help us get to Ashid Thum?
So, who's approaching him?
I actually speak dwarf, so
Okay.
I will give it a go.
As do I. I'll come along with you.
So Dak and Folas step forward towards this guy, yeah? Just a bit.
Yeah, I don't
Stand
speak
over
dwarf.
him.
Okay. As you approach, he looks at you. And then he looks at Folas.
Hello.
Is that dwarven for something?
What do you want?
We're looking for passage to Ashid Thum.
Passage. Well, you've come to the wrong place. This is Thumdok. That creature there. There's no place in Ashid Thum.
I am going there to see my father, who it would be very wise for you to help us.
Exist.
I've been told many unusual things over the last few days. I might actually believe you.
Creatures like you are what's wrong with this world.
I'll be very
So
quiet.
take your slave and be gone.
Even if I'm quiet? Okay, I start backing away.
Okay. Dak steps in between them and said, "That's not very friendly, friend. What are you?"
Get out of here, slave.
There's no one as a slave around here.
What? Let me check your hand. You hold your hand out and show that
Okay.
there's no slave tattoo. Giant. Disgusting.
What's he saying? What's going
I don't know. He doesn't look very happy.
Does he want to see my hand as well?
Well, you see my paw
We
if you want.
want passage to Ashad Thum. Do you understand?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I do. Why don't you step forward?
Oh, I thought you just spoke Dwarvish after all of that. So I step forward.
Papers.
Papers?
What?
What papers?
Scissors.
You do not have papers for entering Thumdok or Ashid Thum.
I've got a busking license for further down south. That's all I need. Papers? What?
I have papers. I fetched out my guild letter for being a blacksmith. No. I'm taking a shipment into the city.
We don't want your wares. Half-breed.
Well, I have the orders for it, and I tend to look around in my bag. I think I might have left them on the barge.
Papers, please.
Well, we don't have any papers.
I've never heard of a place that asks for papers before.
Gems, gold, other things like that, but no papers.
Papers of what?
Well, I think I can be reasonable. How much gold?
Savannah.
Well, we've got bagpipes and we're not afraid to use them.
Sorry, how much gold?
Well, how much do you want?
No. What, we don't have that much, Savannah.
10 crowns?
Yeah, that sounds like a good rate. I haven't got it, but it'd be just nice to know.
Would that be for all of us?
Well, if you weren't here, half-breed, I would have said 1.
But I'm not here, I don't exist.
Don't
You
try
don't
to
think
reason
yourself.
with me. It's the toxic pollution of half-breeds like you that corrupted our city in the first place. That's why we had to rebuild it.
You're all talk and no action. Can you find someone for us who will give us passage?
You will get nothing from me. Close the warehouse! And with that, the warehouse door on warehouse number 5 begins to shut. The clinking of chains.
Okay, I run for it.
Running for the warehouse, yeah?
Yeah, I also do.
Yeah.
If necessary, then I'll cast a little spell to make me run faster.
Oh dear, here we go.
Same.
Anybody else?
Well, where are they going?
Yeah.
Better go and help.
Come on.
Yeah, we're all going.
Okay, you sprint into the warehouse, and you all arrive in the nick of time, squeezing into the warehouse just before the door closes. The dwarf gave chase and even blew at a whistle just to try and get you to stop, but he, of course, has much shorter legs and doesn't arrive in time. You arrive into a warehouse. It is quite well lit. There are rows and rows of tables running the full length of the warehouse, and they are piled high with goods. In this warehouse are several merchants who are... Oh, crikey, not again. And a number of dwarven guards in uniform halberds and stuff. Let's say 2 of them. And they are focused primarily on the tables. There are also a couple of dwarves dressed in civilian clothes who you think are probably vendors selling wares to the visiting merchants.
Ooh.
Well, I never outran anyone before. That's new.
Yeah, you have, just not recently.
One of the buyers is stood quite near to the door. He was trying to get to it before it shut. And the dwarves are like that. Have you been stuck in a warehouse before?
Nope.
No.
Possibly, I don't know anymore.
Oh, we slept.
It can take them hours to open it up again. And sometimes, one time, I remember being stuck in warehouse number 3, and then when they decided to open the warehouses again, they opened warehouse number 2. I had to wait 6 hours before I could get out.
That's terrible.
It's a pain in the neck, it really is. They're so uppity round here. I really hate dealing with these people.
Well, then why do you come here? Why don't you trade somewhere
Cheap
else?
goods. You buy it here, you sell it in Moraine, you make a fortune. If the pirates don't get you.
Yeah.
What sort of stuff do you buy here?
Sorry? What sort of stuff do I buy? Well, this is warehouse number 5. This is all textiles, mostly. Some of it in cloth form over there, and then as you can see, you've got all the manufactured garments here. There's carpets and curtains and upholstery at the far end. So yeah, soft furnishings basically. That's my stock in trade, but occasionally I like to take a flutter on armor and stuff.
I saw my spear. Sort of. Have you seen the handiwork? Is this something that you'll be interested in? I could. Not this, of course. It's for show, but
it's a nicely made spear. The problem of course is going to be this. This does indeed look like the work of elves, judging by the patterning you've put on it, and the dwarven stuff is so cheap.
well, we could possibly discuss workshop in Marine.
Oh, I couldn't afford Moraine prices. Good grief, that's where I go to sell.
Okay, well, could I get your details in case I'm in Marine?
Well, I sail into Thumdog here every sort of 3 months or so and pick up another run and then head to Moraine. It's just 4 times a year up and down the river.
Okay.
But yes, sure. Look out for my boat. It's the flowering blue moon.
The flowering blue moon.
You said there were problems with pirates. You don't need some guards, do you?
Oh, I need to put my green screen back up. Some of it just fell off. Let's just reduce the camera. There we go.
Here's some green fabric.
I've got some green. It's my comfort blanket. I think I'm managing okay for a completely unplanned adventure.
Yeah.
I didn't get as far as I thought we would, but that happens sometimes.
No, that always happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you want to go to Moraine, do you?
Well, apparently I've been there before, so yeah.
We're trying to get there.
We're just giving up then.
We're trying to get to Ashard Thum.
Ah, well. It's, yes, goods are even cheaper in Ashard Thum if you go there directly, but of course the problem is there's no river connection, it's on a different river system. So I tend to just run to Thumdog. But the thing is, you can't get to Ashard Thum through Thumdog, you've got to go around it. They won't even load this warehouse up until all the visitors are out, and then they open up the other end of the warehouse and let in all of the slaves to restock.
Yeah.
So there is another way out then?
Yeah, so the far end, they open those doors up to restock, but they won't do that when they've got visitors here. They keep the people of Thumdog completely isolated from people from the outside world. And honestly, going through Thumdog is not the way to do it at all. You've got to go around Thumdog.
I told you we should have walked.
Oh, Savannah.
Do you know anyone here that actually makes that trip? Other than the slaves?
Is Becky miming, or am I missing something?
No, she's muted.
She
Becky.
probably wants to swear at us, that's probably why. She probably is swearing at us.
Becky, Becky.
Yeah, I'm sure it's really wonderful, Becky.
Did you turn your earphones off?
No, we can't hear you. No.
Yeah, the realisation on her face, it's wonderful.
Nope.
No.
She can't kill us.
Yeah,
Nope.
we'll survive!
Turn it off and on again. No.
Hello? No.
Can you hear us?
Doesn't sound like it.
By the looks of it, no.
I doubt it.
Technical issues. Alright, I'm just gonna go back.
Wonderful, isn't it?
She'll go back.
Yeah, it's very strange she couldn't hear us.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
Yeah, like, oh yes.
It looked fantastic.
Yeah. I think she was just explaining how we escaped the warehouse and we're now on our way to Ashford Thum.
Yeah,
So we'll
totally.
just assume that and carry on.
There, yeah. We
Yeah,
just
hear me
totally.
now?
We suddenly go up by 5 levels.
Yay!
And have some
Yay!
money with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 5,000 gold, I thought it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's great. Yeah, we heard every word and we're really happy with all of what you just told us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Sorry, technical problem. What did you hear?
We want.
Well, we just escaped and we're on our way to Ashford Thum and we've got
500
5,000 gold, wasn't it? Yeah, that was it.
And a level.
5 levels, yeah, 5 levels.
So,
None of it, basically.
what did you actually hear?
You went off almost straight away, Becky.
Yeah, nothing.
But it was lovely acting.
There was a whole speech and everything. Seriously,
I know, I'm really sorry.
I know. It looked
It
fantastic.
looks so beautiful as well.
I'm like 5 minutes ahead of you now. I literally have no idea where you lost it.
Okay, hold on. So
We
Folas was asking for details from the merchant, and then you were talking about going around, and we were discussing like how to get through and out.
Folas asked if he knew about any other merchants who took the road to
Oh
Ashford.
yeah, that was it.
That's probably about
Wow.
it.
I didn't hear any of that.
Oh, really?
Crap. Right, tell you what. Let's call a break, get a drink, I'll have a fag, and I'm just gonna forget the last 5 minutes happened, however long it was. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
I just
we're lost in time. Maybe we'll pick it up.
I am
Oh,
so
the
bloody
82.
confused.
We're all out of time.
That was like a masterclass in performance acting too. Oh, I'm sorry guys for all of my viewers out the technical issues. For some reason, my headset decided to switch off. There I am, acting away, giving an Oscar-winning performance. Fuck's sake. Right. Ah, dear. So, I hope you're all enjoying the game. I hope you've all been enjoying the campaign. It's been a fun one to play. I'm playing in this world. It's the same campaign world I'm actually using in the system that I'm writing. So I'm actually including this campaign world and all the little details about it and stuff in the book that I'm going to put together and do a Kickstarter on whenever. So, yeah. But right now, I need a cold drink. And a cigarette. Is anyone still there, or did they all go AFK? They all went AFK. Hello, kitty. She's meowing at me. She has been all night. I think she wants treats. Let's see how they go down. Can you do your trick? Jump up. Jump up. Oh, who's a clever girl? Who's a clever girl? Come on. There you go. Right, so I'm back. My players, generally speaking, aren't. So, whilst I'm here, why not subscribe to my channel? Because when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to. Hang on, I'm just reading Lord Morbius. Fakes technical difficulty with her audio to buy time to think up the next encounter. Actually, the cat's outside now, if you must know, Lord Morbius. So, why not subscribe? Because when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I have a special video prepared of all of my dungeon layouts in one single setup. And basically loads of little micro scenes and miniatures. There's no talking, it's just music, epic classical music throughout and stuff. So, yeah, and I'll give you just a few seconds of preview of that right now. I can find the file. That's where I go. Oh no, I've deleted it. No, here we go. There you go. That's the setup. That's 14 dungeons, I think it is, all in one big setup. And that's all you're getting until I get 1,000 subscribers, okay? Because I'm so close now. It's like, before I came on, I think it was like 33 to go. And, yeah, so close. Come on, give me to the... I actually want to get to 5,000. That's my goal for my channel, to get to 5,000. Because then I can go to the Google offices and play with the YouTube camera equipment, because I'm a nerd and I love that stuff and I want to play with their cameras. Also, I want to go to Google. Because Google, nerd. Hello. And so yes, this happens in the middle of life. At some point, there's a break, a bit of a pause. The technical difficulties, however, that also happens every time. Something. Oh,
What
why
happens
do I
every
listen to
time?
myself? Technical difficulties. There's always something.
Yeah. 21st century. How is that a boob shot?
That was totally a boob shot.
No, it wasn't.
Welcome back, Mark.
Thank you. I was just contemplating whether I could rush down to the bar for a drink, but I decided on coffee.
I've gone for water because, hello, no kidneys.
I'm going to be brave and go for a beer. Because the coffee seemed fine. I'm slowly getting myself back into eating and drinking properly.
Boob shot. So, welcome back everyone else. Right, so I'm going to take it from you want to get to Ashford Thum. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we're also discussing whether we could get to Moraine by boat afterwards.
Okay. There's no river up to Ashford Thum. The best way is to go cross country. You don't want to go through Thum Dock. This is not a good place to be. I have only heard rumours of what this city is like inside. I've never been there myself. Oh, this isn't as Oscar-winning as last time. I've never been into the city. They keep it locked down so that we can't. They only open the gates at the back of the warehouse when there's no visitors in it. They shut the front door to keep the people inside the city completely isolated from the outside world. I'm told that the city walls extend far beyond the boundaries of the settlement itself, because what they do is they have all of their crossbows pointed inwards. It's to stop them from running away. They have killing zones to prevent people from fleeing. This is not a good place to be.
Wow.
So can we walk now?
We're locked in. We're stuck here.
Yeah, well, we'll get out eventually.
I sort of look around and say, are there no windows?
There's no windows here, no.
Maybe we could see about getting some cheap clothes in case they're looking for us when they open up again.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I heard echo there.
We should try to get some cheap clothes in case they're looking for us when we leave.
Yeah, that's sort of going to work. I'm a bit furry, that one's a bit blue, and that one's a bit big. Yeah, okay.
You say they're looking for you. Are you why we're locked in? Says the captain of the boat.
Possibly.
If it is, it's a total misunderstanding.
Yeah, we just had a... Yeah.
They're very awkward, those doors.
You'll find clothes here. You should disguise yourself and you should get out of this city as quickly as you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you wander around and find clothes, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just arbitrarily call it a gold and say you've got some scruffy clothes that fit and cover you. At least enough to give you a few seconds head start as the doors eventually open.
Yeah, I guess I'll need a hooded cloak or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
After about half an hour, you hear a bell ringing outside, and the merchant who you spoke to, the captain of the Blue Moonflower.
Flowering blue moon.
Yeah, Blue Moonflower.
Yeah.
Flowering blue moon.
He says, everyone's going to gather by the door now. You should get in amongst them and try to make a break. They're going to check everyone. Make a break for it. Head to my boat. It's the one parked on our left as we leave. I'll get you out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and the gates begin to open, clinking away. The chains seem to run outside of the warehouse, and you can't see by what mechanism they're turned, but you hear the cracking of a whip. And slowly the big hangar doors start to open, and slowly people start filing out, and beyond, in the lightness, as his eyes adjust, are about 8 dwarven guards. And of course the troublesome guy in the black uniform. He's the regime guy. Avoid him at all costs. And then people start filtering out. The various people that were buying in here, they'll start wandering through en masse, and then the guy you're with just pushes his way to the front. I've got my purchase. I must leave. I'm behind schedule. And he's saying this to one of the dwarven guards, and it's just, go.
I sort of hurry the others along.
Yeah.
Follow.
Okay.
And then when we hear the shout, run.
I would like everybody to make a disguise roll, please.
Okay, come on, charisma.
Disguise.
Do we have a disguise?
No. It would be...
Deception?
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Deception, yeah. Oh, that's going to be good.
Oh, that's terrible.
19. Even with a blue face, I'm okay, I think.
3. I don't think I hid very well, but then I didn't expect to.
7. I'm a little bit too tall.
Yeah, and... Okay, so...
13.
Ardus and Folas, you get a fair distance, but Savannah and Dak, you're almost straight away. The guy in the black coat goes, there they are! Those are the ones!
Yeah.
Okay, so how far away are we from the boat?
Not that far. The shore is probably only 10 meters away, and then you've got to run down the pontoon. That's probably 50 meters
Okay.
in length.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to sort of run up to the edge of the bank where the boat is to get a bit more of a head start, and then I'm going to play my very familiar lullaby and try and just cast these fuckers to sleep before they cause any more problems.
Okay.
I'm right behind Ardis. I don't know what's going on, and he seems to, so I'm following.
Okay, and Dak, what are you going to do?
We'll start running for the boat as soon as the dwarf starts shouting.
Okay, and Savannah?
Yeah, I'm going to run for the boat until I see Ardis stop, and then I'll stop behind him.
Okay, so you all sprint en masse with Dak slightly leading because giant legs, and Savannah just behind. And Ardis, make your sleep roll.
Come on. Oh, 2-8, that's not too bad. So 9, 8, 17, 25, 28.
Okay. Several of the guards fall asleep. So you're left with just 2 and this guy in the black coat.
Oh, that was the one I wanted to get rid of.
Unfortunately, it takes the least hit points first, that spell, so...
I know.
So, yeah, says, it's a cursed one! Kill it first! Kill the piper! And his dwarves start charging down the beach going, you realise we're running towards a giant, guys?
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
So-
the guy in the black jacket starts kicking his men and waking them up.
So,
Okay.
Dak will draw his great axe and try and shield the other guys, giving them time to get on the boat.
Okay, so as the others are climbing aboard the flowery blue moon,
Very blue moon.
Flowery blue moon. This is going to turn to Chinese whispers.
the Dak is engaged by 2 charging halberdier dwarves. Let's have a quick initiative roll. And this time I'm going to use dice
Yes.
ring because I didn't set up my camera.
Dear me.
Okay. 3,
So that's a 7.
6.
This is broken. It only rolls 6s for me.
Okay, well, the dwarves are completely incompetent as they get to you. They're just scared of the fact that there's 2 of us, that's a giant, and they kind of stop a little short and just kind of gently poke forwards with the halberds, and you're easily able to bat them to the side. But as you go to strike in, they're being so defensive, they easily also block your blow, and that gives the rest of the party enough time to climb on board. But now, Dak, you're faced with the situation that you're engaged with 2 dwarves and you're not on the boat.
Just the 2, is it? Still the rest is still.
Yep, there's a 3rd dwarf on the way. Whilst the guy in the black jacket is now kicking another one to wake him back up.
Okay. I will attempt to hit one of the dwarves.
Okay.
And I'll use my my rage, so I get my rage bonus, which will get advantage on strength checks and strength-based saving throws. So I can use my advantage on that.
Okay, and what about the rest of you? What are you going to do whilst Dax seems to be engaging these dwarves?
I would... Sorry, go ahead, man.
I was just asking the distance if I could fire into melee there.
Yeah, you can fire in. That's fine. That's say 30-odd foot.
Right, a shuriken. Yeah.
Don't know the range of a shuriken, but from the front of the boat...
Equivalent of a dart.
Yeah, and you run up to the front of the boat and it's in range. There you go.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Ardis.
Okay, well in that case, if I see Savannah going to help out with that other dwarf, I decide to aim my vicious mockery cantrip at the guy in black because he deserves it. After ordering that I should die because I'm cursed, so I'm going to play this really weird sort of mocking tune, lots of weird sandy and stuff like that, and he needs to make a wisdom save.
Okay, I'll do that first, just right now quickly, and he fails.
Okay, in that case, he takes 1d4 psychic damage, but still, it'll kind of, it kind of gets into his head a bit.
Ah, the tune is horrendous. Oh, wake up and kill it. Folas, what are you doing?
Seeing Dax getting attacked, Folas would run to the edge of the ship and shout, "Stay away from my friend," and points at one of the dwarfs attacking, and for the first time ever, the crackling black Eldritch blast would fire out of his finger and hopefully hit this guy.
Okay, let's have your attack roll.
That is +4, 15.
That's a hit. The blackness engulfs his face, and for a moment there seems to rip at it, and does X number of damage. How much?
1, but he's also thrown back 10 feet.
Okay, so as this blast strikes on its face and leaves a quite nasty what do you call it, graze across his forehead, he's spun over and round and tumbles across the floor, his halberd flying off at an obtuse angle, and he gets himself back up. Ow. Meanwhile, Savannah, you were throwing a dart or a shuriken?
Yeah, it's a shuriken, but basically the equivalent of a dart in terms of weapons.
Okay.
That wouldn't really be a hit, I don't think. Not unless it's a mouse or something.
Okay, no, I think you missed that. So, Dak, you're engaging the now single dwarf in front of you, and he strikes a solid blow on you. For 7 damage.
7?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's have your blow on him.
Nine, that's 14.
That's a hit.
Ooh, right, okay. So that's going to be 1d12 plus 5 with my rage bonus. Okay, so 12, so that's a 17.
This dwarf ducks down and manages to swing his halberd into your lower leg, putting in quite a noticeable cut, but of course completely exposing himself to attack. You bring your what weapon are you using?
Great axe.
You bring your great axe down over his back and land it in the lumbar region of his back, splitting his stomach, his bladder, his kidneys, I know what that feels like, liver, and various, and his spine, just shattering it into 9 or 10 pieces as your axe essentially pierces his stomach, but from behind. He's just totally dead. His ancestors are dead, I think, as well. His children,
That's quite likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, big hit. You are no longer engaged in combat.
Okay.
So you swing up onto the boat as the sails unfurl, the line is cast off, and a number of crewmen push the boat away from the shore. And the captain goes, "Oh dear, that's going to cost me. I think my prices have just gone up."
And Dak, I think, would stand on the deck and look back at the dwarves and just yell at them.
Could you not?
We'll wait for this rage to wear off.
You wanted to kill me! You said I was cursed!
Folas is looking at his hand up, bewildered.
Sorry?
Folas is just standing there, staring at his hand, totally bewildered.
Good, my child. The power that I've given you is already manifesting. And so, the pieces are set. The game is unfolding. Good, good. I hope you enjoy your newfound power. Try not to kill too many of your father's old friends.
Are you alright, Folas?
Did you hear anything there?
Hear what?
No, can't do a thing. Not after
Well,
that
you're
roar.
whimpering a little bit. Is your hand okay?
Oh, did you not see it? Sort of magicked.
Yeah, but you've always been able to do, well, okay, not any kind of magic I recognise, but you have been able to do some things.
I haven't.
Oh.
Is this yours?
Well,
You
when
made
we've met you,
that before. Okay.
See, they're quite convincing, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I need to tell you about that time when you kept using that halberd and killing air elementals.
And nearly killing us, apparently.
Yep.
Okay.
But still. So I guess I sort of sit on the boat and start telling the story because I'm a bard. And that's what bards do. They tell stories, whether or not they're appropriate to be told.
I fall in love with the halberd all over again.
Okay. A couple of hours passes as this boat sails down through the lake toward the outlet at the bottom end of the lake. When the captain goes quite close to the shore and weighs out anchor, and he approaches you with a pot of paint and says, "Right, there's one thing we've got to do before you go to pay your debt. Because I can't go back with the blue flower moon."
I see what you're trying to say here. So are you
Yes.
going to go for something like the red cloud?
I was thinking the fuchsia elemental sun.
Is that a bit too close to the original name?
No, it's fuchsia. That's the colour of the paint, look.
Well, yeah, I suppose you've only got that to work with.
And so you have to paint a boat.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But look at my little arms. I can't paint loads of this ship.
You can do the bottom bit.
you do the bottom, yeah. Just fire up bits.
Yeah,
I offer to,
it's a bad job.
hold Ardus over the side while he paints the lower bits.
It takes...
Do you not have a ladder?
You paint the top deck, you paint the top of the outside, and you paint the cabins, and you write a new name on the back and on the bow and the stern plate, and it takes a couple of days to paint this boat. Which, incidentally, is a terrible thing to do. Do not paint a wooden boat in the water. You will seal in the paint, and it will rot and will ruin it. But this is role playing, and we don't worry about facts. So.
Okay.
So after a couple of days spent painting this boat and paying for your escape, you part ways with the captain and head off into the forest. And and I'm going to do this on the whiteboard. So you're about here, and you start making your way across the forest to the path where you could that links Thum Dock to the tunnel at Pafad Thum. So after several days' travel, you arrive at the tunnel entrance. You're quite tired by this point. You've been marching several days. You have a bit of a rest up before you get to the last leg, I presume, because nobody likes to deal with these kind of dwarves without being sort of ready for what's going to go wrong. And You march towards the tunnel entrance. When you get there, there are a line of dwarven halberdiers in front of the tunnel entrance, and to the side is a little wooden kiosk with a little pointed roof. And there's another gentleman wearing the black uniform. He's got little glasses on, and he's got a stack of papers in his hand. The dwarves stand there fairly motionless, in a sort of attention position, whilst the man sits in his little wooden kiosk and is reading bits of paper, marks them, puts them into different piles.
There's no way we can get through that.
I hate paperwork. Can we just kill him?
Want to be mobbed by those halberdiers?
How many halberdiers were there?
12.
12.
12? No
Might
way.
be worth it rather than doing the paperwork.
Have any of you got experience faking paperwork?
I've studied lots of writings, but filling in forms is different. It's much harder to fill in a form than it is to decipher ancient writings. I've seen official forms. I'm not going that route.
I could use my old lullaby trick, but I don't know how strong these lot are.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, what do you know about this tunnel? Does it come out the other side of the mountains?
It does, yeah. It comes out into the city.
Okay, I was asking Folas, but yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, but she has a player doesn't know. So.
Okay, so we could go around the mountains or over the mountains.
We could.
Have you heard of a
It's taking us
pass in
a long
mountains?
way.
I haven't been here before. We could try.
Well, I don't think, unless you want to try asking for your father by name, would that work?
He's kind of dead.
Kind of dead. That's a lich. I've heard of those.
Well, more is from an unreliable source at the moment.
Well, we can but ask. You might have to fill in a form there.
They didn't seem to like my face before.
They didn't seem to like you much back in Thundark.
How about travelling circus? You could get us through orders?
We would definitely get away with that. I mean, look at us. We're a bunch of misfits. Although I was going to suggest that I just simply pretend I'm you. I'm not exactly like a dwarf. I'm a bit podgier than one, but, you know.
That's very James Bond, Becky.
No player characters expect you to die.
Maybe I should have one of the cloaks with a hood.
Yeah, probably a good idea. But we're not going to hide, so there's got to be a reason for us all to get through.
Well, they seem to believe Dark was my slave
Yeah,
before,
we could
so...
paint something on his hand if you like.
They enslaved giants, so...
Oh yeah, there was that thing with the hand. But if we pretend that we're slaves, then won't we like get beaten up because we're outside the tunnel?
And we're a bit
I don't
heavily
really
armoured
want
for
that.
slaves. We could attack them, there's only 3 each.
Typical giant.
Any of those halberds, the halberds from that story?
Yeah, well, we haven't got it anymore.
No, they got left behind.
Well, we're not going to sneak through. We're not going to fight our way through, probably. So, can anybody persuade them that we should go through?
I'm they probably wouldn't take any persuasion from me. I don't think that's a. As soon as they see me, I don't think they'd.
You went down quite well in town, Ardis. Maybe you could have a party.
Yes.
With
Just
some
stop
duty.
busting.
But those were wood elves. These are dwarfs, particularly need of merriment.
All we need is beer.
Yes. That'll make things a bit easier.
As we're talking, Folas sort of seems to go pale for a second, and horrible looking hair and beards sort of grow and sort of mouth forms into more of a dwarfy shape. And that's my implication for many faces.
Okay, I don't know this one. What does it do? Answers on the back of postcard 2, theconfusedgm.com. So this is what, a first level spell, yeah?
Yeah, it's like disguise self, I think, but it doesn't use up any spell slots.
Okay,
and
disguise self. There is far too many of these cards to fit in one hand. It's not working. Disguise self, got it. Okay. Somebody talk for a moment. Cover me while I read.
God, that seems lovely.
Couldn't you put them all to sleep, Ardis, with another song?
Not 12 of them. I could put him to sleep and I look at the clock, or I could just bore him with my tales and try and distract him. Or you never know, maybe he has a little pot of wine in there. Not for any particular reason, I just wouldn't mind a bottle of wine.
Yep, you totally look like a dwarf.
I'm an ugly dwarf, but I look like a dwarf.
Are you going for any resemblance of your father at all, or anything like that?
Yeah, I suppose it'll look more like, yeah, whatever semblance I would have to him already would sort of linger, but I would just sort of look more dwarf.
Okay. Alright.
Well, how about this? Why don't we just simply have me being your slave since I'm the short one and have the other two being your bodyguards?
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
work.
Sounds like a plan. That could work.
Well, we need to draw that symbol on my hand, though. No, don't worry. You got plenty of forms in, I'm sure. Does anyone remember the symbol?
What symbol?
Folas should know it.
If he described it to
Actually,
you.
Folas comes from a place that has slaves, so would be aware that the symbol is a lord symbol. So every slave has a symbol that reflects who their lord is. And if that's going to pass a close inspection, you would have the title of nobility as well, of the lord. If you're going to portray being the lord, that is.
Okay, so I could possibly bake a symbol with mud or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't mind what, as long as it looks decent and convincing.
Well, I've probably got some stuff in my herbalism pack that could make a dye that would stay for a while.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Like a paint.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Let's have I guess that would be a medicine roll to make a die.
Yeah, reasonable, I think. That would be 13.
Okay, you make a die, but as soon as you get sweaty or if you rub it much, it's gonna start coming off.
Okay.
Well, this is about the best I can do.
Alright, I'll try not to touch it until we've gone in.
Okay, and I'll try to draw something resembling the Lord's symbol.
Is there any particular lord you're going to go for?
Would it be like the same symbol for my brothers as it is for my father, or would they have different symbols?
Your father, was he was quite important, wasn't he?
Yes.
So he would have his own. You would probably
I would assume
know it.
so.
Yeah, you'd probably know it.
Okay, so what am I rolling? Or
To be honest, I think you just know it. So you draw that symbol. I'm not going to make you roll.
Okay. So I'm very proud of my handiwork.
Yeah. Alright, and that's on Ardus, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the symbol of?
So, you appear to be a dwarf. Ardus appears to be a slave of your father.
Yes.
Over to you guys.
Alright, I suppose better
I
get
think-
my slave crew on.
Come on, Dak, shape yourself up. We've got to look like gods.
Hey, Folas, maybe you should, hit me or something, because I'm not exactly looking very unhealthy.
I take the opportunity to cuff Ardus around the head because I've been waiting to do that.
Ow!
Maybe to play the bagpipes.
Is your name Folas? Right, that would do.
Are you sure? I don't mind hitting you.
Yeah, go on, just... I need to look like a slave, don't I?
Yeah, I tried to get Folas a black eye.
Make a damage roll.
I was hoping for something a little less fragile than that, but thanks.
What am I
This better
rolling?
work.
Just
This
your
better
damage.
work.
Your,
Or you
your
owe me
normal
big
attack
time.
damage for. If
It
you're
would-
just punching, then that's just one hit point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, alright.
You punch does a hit point. Okay.
And then I mess up his hair.
And you approach the booth, I presume.
Yes.
We'll flank.
Good
Folas.
evening. Welcome to Ashet Thum. This is the Pathad Tunnel. I am Commissioner Marcus.
Aurelius.
Would like to gain entry to the city?
Do you have identification papers? As a dwarf, I presume you do, unless you live from outside the city.
I had it stolen by pirates when they attacked our ship, but we managed to get
Very
back.
well. I have paperwork here for nullification of identification paperwork, and a request form here for a new paperwork, which of course I can actually issue for you.
That's excellent, thank you.
So if you'd like to fill in these forms, please. Shouldn't take more than a couple of hours. I'm kidding. It'll only take 10 minutes.
Well, that's very considerate of you, thank you.
Do you need papers for your slaves?
Yes, and my bodyguards.
They're not slaves?
They were bodyguards I recruited outside the city.
Oh, so they need guest identification. That's not a problem. That'll just be lost paperwork, 2 gold, guest paperwork, 1 gold, slave. It's of course free. So 4 gold, please.
Yay!
Okay,
I'm free in completely the wrong sense of the word.
I hand over the last of my money, but I try to make it look like I have more money in my pouch.
Okay. Very good, very good. Right. So after you fill in the forms and stuff.
While I'm getting the forms, I sort of try to pass off as casual conversation, sort of asking how my father was. I use his real name rather than saying my father. I don't think I have that written down anywhere.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Have you not heard that he is deceased?
What happened?
He's been assassinated, we believe. A slave uprising.
Oh. These things?
Yes, well, don't worry. Well, I mean, all the slaves have been put down. They won't do it again. Except maybe in the afterlife.
Well, I would hope not. A zombie implication would be horrible after more tragedy.
Indeed, if you're willing to sell your bodyguards into slavery, there is excellent prices at the moment. If you want us to capture them, just give me the word. I've got 12 men right here. We can have them stamped in no time.
Well, I have still got jobs outside the city that I'm going to need them for, but afterwards we could maybe arrange something.
Very well. On the way out then, we'll jump them for you.
Excellent.
Maybe if I could have 15% of their sale value?
10.
If one of my men are injured, I want 12%.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
Good. Right, well, here's all your forms, your paperwork, your identification for your freeman, and your slave just needs their tattoo. In you go! Enjoy the tunnel, it's a long walk. Hope you've got rations.
Me too.
Wait a minute, says that giant. He's a bear-stalker clan. Sorry. I cannot allow him entry into the city.
Why is that?
Where are the rest of your clan?
They are at Kernhammer.
Kernhammer, huh? Dwarves? And? No, dwarves? Arrest that giant! Dun dun dun! Cliffhanger!
Oh.
So there you go.
Oh, that black eye was for nothing then.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
I thought I'd give you the taste of having succeeded before taking it away.
Well, after we kill this lot, at least you can get your gold back.
So yes, my little haiku was a statue of Ardus, funeral for your father, regime arrests Dak. Boom! Nailed it!
There's no way out of it. It was always going to happen.
Yeah. I thought I'd let you succeed first and then literally by the last moment.
I thought we were being quite clever there. It was working quite well.
Yeah, I thought so. I might
try that for next Monday then.
What's that? Let us succeed and then take it all away at the last minute.
Well, no, that and the haiku, but I've already sort of done that, where I've let you sort of reap the benefits and then take it all away.
Oh yeah. We survived as succeeding our mission for precisely 0 seconds before it all went Pete-tong.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're enjoying it. Yes, it was a role-playing heavy episode today. Hopefully there was lots of role-playing when I couldn't hear anything and I was performing so graciously.
We were just shouting mute. No, we weren't. No, we were doing tons of roleplay. Yeah.
So there's going to be like a 10-minute sequence where you're shouting mute at the camera. You're muted.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose edit that out or something, I guess. But so thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the campaign. And yes, next time it looks like there will be combat. So until then, 2 weeks time, Tuesday in the evening. And of course, I'm planning to do videos next Monday. I might even do a few extra videos. Because I have some time off work coming up, because I've taken some time off to write some more to my book, to my RPG game, and I may just knock out a few videos during that week, but I'm not going to commit to it 100%, but it would be nice to get a few more out to get some more subscribers in and hit that 1,000, because I'm really looking forward to hitting to 1,000 subscribers. So anyway, thank you for watching. Love you all. Cheers to Lord Morbius for keeping the chat going pretty much single-handedly through most of that. And we'll see you next time. Certainly. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.